If you're feeling like you're not making enough progress in life, you have to watch this. Whether it would be in skills, in work, or in training, if you can take at least 5 minutes to watch this video, chances are you won't escape the loophole of repeating the same mistakes again and not progressing as much. When we talk about progress, we think about experience like any video game. And to get more experience, you have to play more. You have to repeat the whole process of gaining more experience and shooting the other guys, your enemies. Although, as the time passes, the more you level up, the harder it is to gain that experience. And usually, the way you do that is by upgrading something and then continuing on with the volume of killing your enemies and gaining more amounts of experience. Now, how this transitions into our life, into our business, into our work, skills, training, is that the way we upgrade ourselves is with our beliefs. And usually, one of the most useful convictions that you could have is the belief of always trying to one up your past self. And the way you do that is you deliberately try and be 1% better than you were yesterday through deliberate effort. So you track your progress. This is very important. If you won't track your progress, it can all fall apart so much easier. So you have to track it. You have to deliberately write down your progress, whether it would be on your notebook, on your note app, or let's say in Google Calendar or something. You have to get into the habit of writing down your own progress. And the way this applies to my scenario is that I used to work out a lot. I used to do tons of pull-ups, especially in the beginning. I had this momentum, and after some time I wasn't getting as much gains as I used to. And obviously it's normal, I think I got through the stage of the beginner gains, although I still wanted to progress. But the thing about my situation is that I plateaued and I weren't making as much progress as I used to. And that's where I learned about this one thing called progressive overload. And it literally applies to pretty much everything in life, whether it would be training, especially training, whether it would be work. You can always make something better. You can always optimize something any better way. And as time went by, I started noticing gains again. I started noticing progress and me doing way more pull-ups, progressively overloading my exercises. I really noticed the gains. From about 15 pull-ups, I went to about over 20. And I think that's quite huge in a span of barely few months. I think in most cases, it's a problem of a lack of progressive overload, a lack of volume, or tracking the progress and not taking as much responsibility as you could. And as you're done watching this video, ask yourself, am I getting better? Because in most cases, we tend to avoid this question and then carry on with trying to find more knowledge. But what we actually need is more action.